Woohoo! This is one of the most surprising destinations in Minnesota. You have glamping tents. It is at the edge of one of the most endangered ecosystems in the world. Crystal clear water and a lot to explore. So come with me to spend a couple of days exploring Battle Lake, Minnesota. It will probably surprise you too. All right, I am on my way. I'm probably on like hour 4 out of 5 of my drive, kind of halfway across northern Wisconsin and most of the way across northern Minnesota. I'm heading out to a spot that I haven't been to before. Should have some lakes, kind of cute small town vibes, and a glamping place. I actually don't really know what to expect. I was kind of looking and I'm like, I think they have potable water. They must, because I know they have bathrooms and I know they have electric but no Wi-Fi. Yeah, but I've never been to this part of Minnesota before. The actual lakey part, other than I've spent a lot of time on the North Shore. But I'm excited to check it out and excited to bring you guys along with me to keep me company because this is a solo trip. Okay, so I just got here and I want to show you the inside of the tent before I put my stuff in it, and it looks a lot less pretty. But here we've got, let me swap the camera. Okay, here you've got a picnic table set up, a little fire pit. I need to check the burn restrictions. I'm sure there are some right now in the spring. A nice deck. Nice lights. I'll have to check out the lights. And then inside the tent, it's super roomy in here. It's a really big tent. So this is what people ask me about glamping sometimes. And it really is just a canvas tent Airbnb. Basically this is a huge bed, super cute decorations, spots to sit. I want to say there's cots somewhere too, or the option to get cots. And look at how cute the little area is over here for food. I'm gonna check out the rules. Do you hear that? In the span of 30 seconds, a big pileated woodpecker flew through the little campsite here. And then a bald eagle flew up above me. The bird situation is extremely sophisticated. Checking out one of the lakes, and I think I'm the only one here. I am checking out Glendalough State Park, the kayak rentals for tomorrow. There's the lake, really pretty. Really pretty. I guess I didn't realize how robust the pretty little system of lakes here was. So I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'm gonna kayak underneath this bridge. You can't really see from this angle, but the question is, how am I gonna get back up that little ledge? This is kind of a perfect night. I can't wait to paddle that water tomorrow. That looks so nice. I wish it was a little warmer and I could swim. Do you see the otter? Here he goes. I don't do a ton of solo trips anymore, but having this little sunset lake completely to myself is reminding me why I actually do like traveling solo occasionally. It's kind of fun. 8:40 in the morning. I got some coffee in town. I had timed my kayak pickup for 8, but it turns out you can't actually call for the code to pick it up until 9. Just, small town things. It's also pretty windy. It's gusting to 20 knots, which had I brought a sea kayak would be fine. Actually, don't think you would want to paddle over here in a sea kayak anyways, but yeah, it's pretty windy. I think if I wasn't here on a project, I probably wouldn't kayak today. Definitely not in a recreational kayak, but I think I can come down this river here. Here, I'll turn this around. I think I can come down this river here, and I'll just fight my way back upstream and against the wind rather than go across the lake straight into the wind. I think this would, even with the current, actually be easier. The current's moving, but yeah, the wind is also picking up. Either way, I don't have the code for the kayak yet, so we're on a walk. Okay, get my stuff together. So, don't know if I'll be able to hear me over the wind. In a more normal situation, I would probably paddle into the wind and upstream first, but that would mean I have about a half-mile slog into the wind, which I decided I'm not doing.
And instead I'm gonna go downstream, but into a protected creek first. Let's get this adjusted. 45-degree feather. Because it's protected, and I very quickly realized I can absolutely shoulder carry this boat. So there was like one spot on portage where I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to actually get one of these boats up there. How heavy are they? But I had no problem slinging this over my shoulder. And it's kind of funny. It's just like, yeah, in my opinion, it's like a little too windy for anything else. So here we are.
Interjecting to let you know that it doesn't look nearly as windy as it actually was. I promise it was super windy.
I think it's supposed to be 20 knots, which in a wreck kayak with no bulkheads is a no for. I would have brought one of my sea kayaks, but I wanted to check out these rivers, which are not really sea kayak adventures. And yeah, you just can't turn a 16-foot boat that easily. And also gas mileage. Gas is expensive right now. So I rented a boat, this boat, which is perfectly fine for tooling around in shallow waters. No bulkheads. Like if you can look up here, a bulkhead means there's like a sealed pocket of air, which means if I were to flip this, it would like almost definitely sink. Don't intend to flip it, hence you picking like the more protected paddle. That's going to be a little more work on the second half, but like less work overall. Yeah. One thing about working as a guide and occasionally picking up people who, some like beaver marks on that tree. Occasionally picking up people who have like done things they shouldn't. So I've become like very attuned to the risks of paddling in water sports. It's very funny. Like it's a little bit funny to have an aquabound tetra in a wreck boat like this. Okay, we're about to go under this bridge. There'll be a little bit of current. I've been assured I'll actually be able to paddle up this by the rental company, and I sort of doubt it. Like, well, actually it looks a lot steeper from above. Yeah, I'll be portaging over this, but nice little standing wave there. Could almost surf it. Woohoo! Nice. Peel off into the eddy. Should have put sunscreen on my feet. Anyways, this is one of the rivers in the like Otter Tail Lakes chain of lakes. Super clear water. I imagine this is like the bird situation. Those were two goldfinches that just flew by. I saw a blue heron at the glamping place yesterday. I think I have a video that I'll put in. I saw red-winged blackbird. That's what that one was. But I saw a pileated woodpecker and a bald eagle within like minutes of each other. This is beautiful. I don't know if you can tell how deep it is. I'll try and get you up a little higher. Really pretty. I want to enjoy my downstream paddle since I think the ease and joy of it is probably very short-lived. Should I turn around and just see how hard it's going to be to paddle upstream? And I think I should before I get too far in here. Oh no, we'll get moving just fine. It'll be work, but it'll go. I don't do like a ton of river paddling at all, really. God, it's definitely windy today. So I elected to paddle the same path that I walked earlier. So like the trail kind of winds out here, partially because the birds were so good on this walk. That I saw that green heron. Don't mind me, my phone is still on loud because I was waiting for this guy to call me back with the information about the rental. This is a really beautiful area. These rivers remind me of like little fairy pools. I'm really interested in the Minnesota prairie, just that ecosystem, because most of what I've done in Minnesota, like almost all, has been up in the boreal forest up on the North Shore, because I used to live there, with like occasional drives into Minneapolis because my partner Andy, his family lives there. But like really limited in my like Minnesota experience outside of that. And I've like, I don't know, it like, to me this feels like way out west because I grew up in Michigan. I know that's not necessarily true. I mean, not at all true. It's not way out west, but like it's got like big open skies, and the prairie restoration here in the state park is just super interesting to me. Maybe I'll look some of that up and fill it in later, but these pretty little rivers wind through like all of these lakes in the area, connecting them. It looks like that little choke point there is the spot. This is another instance of, will I be able to work my kayak back up that? This is an almost definitely yes. It won't even be that hard. A couple of hard paddle strokes. Is there a log under there? What's going on? Why is it like that? Yeah, it's a log. Choke point. Oh yeah, I'll be able to like leverage up too. Hopefully. Lots of tree swallows. There had to have been some sort of hatch last night because, oop, that one came right over me. Because there were so many bugs by my car this morning, and like in the park, female tree swallow, a little less like a duller color. Yeah, I remember looking at the weather last week and being like, it is going to be breezy on Thursday, and that's my day to paddle. I'm bringing this up because I think the like green of the birch and the green of the water would like be brought out a lot more if it wasn't quite so breezy. Oh, and here's the lake. Ooh, someone's back there. Maybe I'll paddle up the lake a little ways. Check the time. Okay, it's 10:07. I have the kayak till noon. Probably longer actually, since no one's here to enforce anything. Fun game of let's head upriver. Yeah, probably a good thing I turned around now, since the wind's supposed to pick up more. And don't anticipate this being like a challenging paddle, but it's also not one where I'll like stop, because you'll get some like negative progress. Closer to the edge I get, the easier it'll be. I think the wind is gonna have more of a impact than the current. Yep, definitely. Yeah, but see here, I'm like sneaking into what's called the lee, or the wind shadow, right here. So I'll be able to find like little breaks where the cattails protect from the wind. And then around banks like this, the outer side of the bank, like the bow-wing side here, the current will be stronger. So yeah, right here. Let's go. That was, pulling some cattails. That was pretty easy. Yeah, I guess the last time I was on a river wasn't an actual whitewater boat. Maybe I will be able to bounce up that part of the stream. The issue is I'll be like bouncing up that part of the stream straight into the wind on the bigger lake. Like, is it worth it? Is it less work? This is more the dilemma. Is it less work to just carry the boat at that point. Part of me says yes, definitely. Like, it's windy enough and this is like a bulky enough boat to paddle that it might literally be easier to shoulder carry the boat back to the spot, like the 1/8 of a mile, than paddle the 1/8 of the mile upwind and up that ledge. You'll see. True to form, I turned off my camera and had a like fantastic great blue heron encounter, and then a huge bass swam underneath me. See the deer up there? That's kind of cool. Hi, bud. I'm almost back. I'm like back where the current is kind of like off draining from the lake. It's probably a stronger current today, especially up here, as like the wind is coming from the south and pooling all the water, pushing the water down, so probably a slightly stronger current. I'll nose my way up to that little overfall, isn't the right word, and just see if it seems possible to get over. I keep seeing, as I look down, all these shells. I remember reading last night that these lakes have zebra mussels in them, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of remember from being a kid that zebra mussels make the water clearer. So I'm wondering, has the water always been this clear, or did zebra mussels make it clear? I imagine it's always been kind of clear, because when you get sand like this, you usually also get clear water. Really pretty rivers, though. I don't know why I was concerned about going upstream. This is obviously fine. I'm making like perfectly decent progress. See, I'm coming around here, and like the eddy will enter the main current in a sec. This would be my... That looks so hard to get up. This would be my little bailout spot here. Easy to get into. We're gonna try it. Just nice and slow. And if I get blown straight back, I get blown straight back. Hopefully I don't break my paddle. That's more of my concern. Like it's like a foot up. I'm like trying to like, I just don't know that it's possible. Especially because I will have to go like right in the main current. Let's see. You know, I don't think so. Not without paddle damage. I can't tell if it's like it needs to be higher water or lower. All right, well, we'll do the portage. And perhaps I'll just carry it all the way back, because it's really not so far. Is this where I said? Yeah, right here in this eddy. Certainly I'm not the first person to do this. All right. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to carry it the whole way, just to the other side now. I sort of feel like once it's up on my shoulder, might as well go all the way. Okay, so back in the car. I think I'm gonna go back and change, and then go into town, get some lunch, walk around town. I'd love to see if there's a bookstore. I didn't check online. Also, this is your reminder to wear your sunglasses. In 2023, working as a guide on the ocean in the San Juan Islands, I like permanently burnt and damaged my eye from like the salt, sun, and wind by not wearing sunglasses or eye protection. So this now like flares up anytime it's like windy and I'm out paddling, which is fairly often. But I usually wear my glasses now because of it. I recently got It's pretty irritated right now. Recently got daily disposable contact lenses. And yeah, I just wear sunglasses when I'm wearing them outside all the time. And really have gone in on sunscreen since then. This will be my 7th summer guiding. Even though I'm not guiding full time, I'll be out for like, I don't know, about 3 weeks of the summer here and there. And have really like learned my sun protection lesson, because from like age 22 to like 27, I was like I put on sunscreen, but I was like not nearly careful enough, and I feel like it really shows in my forehead and my eyes. Yeah, but overall I'm happy with the choices I made. I wouldn't not guide because of it, or not work outside because of it. It is like worth it to me. Even if I've got some sun damage, it is like worth it to be outside and have like kayaked with orcas more times than I can count on my fingers. Definitely worth it, but wear some sunscreen.
I went into Battle Lake after this and got a delicious burrito bowl, and then immediately went for a like 2-mile-ish hike to Prairie Hill and then kind of around Molly Stark Lake. Overall, this area was really surprising to me. I kind of didn't know what to expect. I had low expectations since we are having like such a slow and late spring, but it was still really beautiful, especially like the Grove glamping kind of reminded me of like a little fairy spot. The blue water was also extremely pretty. And yeah, overall, I would love to come back here in like the late summer or fall sometimes. And I think it's definitely a worthy spot of checking out if you're looking for kind of an off the radar Minnesota destination. Anyways, thanks for listening along, and hope you have a great rest of your week.